The Dallas Stars and general manager Jim Nill announced today that Matt Duchene is remaining in Dallas. He signed a 4-year contract extension, $18 million total. That is $4.5 million per season. Jim Nill said in their release that we are thrilled to have Matt back with our organization. As our team's leading scorer last season, he helped to solidify our forward group while also providing invaluable leadership off the ice and in the community. The fit with Matt and our team has been seamless from the start, and we're looking forward to continuing to pursue our shared goal of bringing a championship to Dallas. The point that stands out to me about this whole thing and bringing Matt Duchene, well, keeping him in Dallas, I shouldn't say bringing him back to Dallas, keeping him in Dallas, is that he was the team's leading scorer last season. That is quite the feat when you consider all of the high-end talent that the Dallas Stars had. Matt Duchene had 30 goals, 52 assists, 82 points. That is ahead of Jason Robertson's 80, Wyatt Johnston's 71, Rupe Hintz's 67, Thomas Harley's 50, Jamie Benn's 49, and you go down the list, and Matt Duchene's at the top of the list. To have your second-line center, 34 years old, leading your team in points, like, it's awesome that they're able to lock him up for this long. 4 years is great. You take him to 38, which he should be ready for retirement then, maybe a little before. Maybe you never have to pay out the end of this contract. But having your leading scorer locked up at $4.5 million, how can you complain with this deal? And the Dallas Stars are in a position where they need to be safe with their money because according to Puckpedia, they have the least amount of cap space amongst all teams in the National Hockey League. They only have $455K in current cap space, and they only have 17 of 23 players on their active roster. But back to Matt Duchene in particular on this deal, I think he definitely is taking a discount in Dallas, considering what we just talked about, his 82 points and the need for centers out there in the market. I think this $4.5 million is light. Like, they are getting a discount because he's happy in Dallas. He sees that the team is in a position to win. They've been to how many conference finals and just barely not gotten over the hump. And Matt Duchene is taking a discount here to stay in Dallas and play with this squad. Currently, the Dallas Stars lineup, and I should pull up their depth chart here on Puckpedia. It's Robertson, Hintz, Rantanen, Marchment, Duchene, Sagan, and then the bottom six is a little hairy because there's going to be some movement there. They have Wyatt Johnston lined up at 3C, but that top six is really good. Who knows what they do here with the money that needs to go out? There are going to have to be moves here made by the Dallas Stars to make this money work in terms of their entire lineup, but that top six, I don't think you can complain about that. I don't think you're getting rid of the Tyler Sagan deal at $9.8 million, but somewhere in this lineup, there's going to be movement to free up some money so that they can go for another cup here. And Matt Duchene bringing himself off of the market. And as I said, he's taken a discount here because you consider the free agent centers left on the board. It's Tavares, Granlund, Marchand. They have Marchand listed as center, but he's going to play wing there for some team. Bennett, Claude Giroux, who I believe is going to stay in Ottawa, Pius Suter, Jack Roslovic, Jeff Skinner, Andrew Mangiapane, Gustav Nyquist, Adam Gaudette. Amongst all of these centers, Matt Duchene scored the most points, and I think it's a huge drop-off in the center market, and Matt Duchene could have been one of the premier centers out there getting a really good deal, and he's decided that it's not worth it. I can win in Dallas. I'm going to take less here and stick around. So that's what Matt Duchene's giving up, is being one of the higher end centers here. And I would argue if we remove Sam Bennett, he's probably the second best center on this list. The second best center in free agency just decided I'm happy in Dallas. Why don't I stick around there? And if we look at the comparables from last season, I have here centers who made between $4 and $5 million last season. Only Dylan Strome, who's tied with him, has the same amount of points in 82. Nobody else on this list has more than 82 points on the season. Rickard Rakell is made $5 million last year for the Pittsburgh Penguins, had 70 points. Granlund, who was a star, had 66 points and made $5 million. Jared McCann made $5 million, had 61 points. Ryan O'Reilly, who's, I think, the perfect comp for this deal, is a step below the output that Matt Duchene is giving right now. So I think that's where we land here on the comparables. Ryan O'Reilly, perfect example of a guy who's the same age. He's 34 years old, has a $4.5 million contract. Last season, he put up 53 points, and Ryan O'Reilly had a very similar role in the lineup in Nashville, a Nashville team that was not very good, but Ryan O'Reilly was playing 2C behind a very good center in Stamkos or whoever they decided to throw over there. Sometimes Ryan O'Reilly was their first line center, and at the same age as Matt Duchene, put up not quite half, but like a lot less, 30 less points than Matt Duchene. So you know what you're getting out of him. He clearly seems very happy in Dallas. He wants to end his career there. And because they're so close to a Stanley Cup, like how can you not try and bet on the Stars and them breaking through here and getting that done? So on the other free agents there, this does shift the market a little for those names that I named before. John Tavares, that contract now, it's looking good for the Leafs to try and get something sweetheart done in the same range. That $5 million contract that a lot of Leaf fans like myself got our fingers crossed that John Tavares would sign to remain a Toronto Maple Leaf. I think it looks more possible now that Matt Duchene's only making 4.5. You know, you hope that John Tavares can be in that $4.5 to $5 million range. I don't really want to push it anywhere north of 5.5. I think 5.5 is a max, and it's getting a little tight there at that end. So 5 would be great. If you got this deal done for John Tavares, it would be incredible for the Leafs to have your 2C locked up. And that's what Dallas has done here. They've done the incredible deal where you're getting a older player, a high-end talent who can still perform on a good deal, and he's going to age into it. Obviously, the production is going to drop off as the deal goes along, but win now mode teams don't care about the year 37 and 38. It's about the next season and the following season winning in this small window. It's good work by the Dallas Stars. It probably means that Mikael Granlund can't come back to the Dallas Stars just because the contract's going to be a little too heavy, because now that Duchene's off the market, somebody might overpay for Granlund. I just don't see how they fit him back in their cap. But he did have a good little run there with the Dallas Stars when they acquired him from the San Jose Sharks. He had, in 31 games, he had 7 goals, 14 assists. That's really good. 21 points in 31 games after they acquired him at the deadline. But I don't see a situation where they can bring him back with their cap. The Dallas Stars aren't done. They need to move some money out. But for now, they've done a really tidy piece of business. And Jim Nill, well done. You are good at this. You have consistently proven that you are good at making these deals. And here's another one. Dallas Stars fans, be happy with this one. Matt Duchene sticking around for 4 years. Don't forget to hit like on this video, hit subscribe on this channel, and expect more of these instant reaction, because all of these deals are flooding in since the Stanley Cup has been awarded. We are officially in off-season chaos mode in the NHL. It is fun times.